a house built by fear and guided by spirits. In the heart of San Jose, California, lies one of the most enigmatic and chilling architectural marvels in American history, the Winchester Mystery House. From the outside, it may appear to be just another Victorian mansion with its ornate trim, sprawling wings and turreted rooflines. But behind its intricate facade is a house constructed from sorrow, guilt, and a desperate attempt to appease vengeful spirits. This is not merely a historic site, it is a monument to madness, spiritual torment, and the belief that death does not silence the voices of the past. The legend of the Winchester Mystery House is shrouded in darkness, whispers, and unanswered questions. It begins with a grieving woman named Sarah Winchester and the legacy of one of the deadliest inventions in American history, the Winchester rifle. But what drove this woman to spend nearly 4 decades in an endless cycle of construction, adding doors that open into walls, staircases that ascend into ceilings, and hallways that twist and turn with no purpose? Was it grief, madness, or was it fear of the dead? As we delve deeper into the mystery, we will uncover the haunting past of Sarah Winchester, explore the bizarre and unsettling design of the house, and relive the chilling encounters of those who have dared to walk its haunted halls. Prepare yourself, for the story of the Winchester Mystery House is not for the faint of heart. Sarah Winchester, heiress of death and despair. Sarah Lockwood. Pardee. Winchester was born into wealth and privilege in the mid-1800s. Intelligent, cultured, and fluent in multiple languages, she married William Wirt Winchester, heir to the Winchester Repeating Arms Company, in 1862. But her life soon took a tragic turn. First, her infant daughter Annie died from a rare disease known as marasmus. Then in 1881, her husband succumbed to tuberculosis. The dual losses devastated Sarah, leaving her emotionally shattered. With no surviving family and a vast inheritance, including a $20 million fortune and nearly half ownership of the Winchester Company, Sarah was one of the wealthiest women in America. But her riches brought her no peace. Legend has it that Sarah sought the guidance of a Boston medium, desperate to find meaning in her sorrow. During a séance, the medium claimed to have contacted William's spirit, who warned Sarah that her family was cursed by the countless souls slain by the Winchester rifle. The spirits, he said, were angry and seeking vengeance. The only way to placate them was to move west and build a house for them, a house that must never stop being built. If the hammers ever fell silent, Sarah would die. Whether Sarah truly believed this or had already descended into madness, she heeded the spirit's warning. She left Connecticut and traveled to California, where she purchased an 8-room farmhouse in San Jose in 1884. Thus began her life's strange, tragic, and terrifying final chapter, an endless labyrinth of the dead. For 38 years, construction never ceased on the Winchester house. Carpenters worked in rotating shifts day and night, year-round. There was no master plan, no architectural logic. Sarah, driven by her visions and the whispers of spirits, dictated the building process directly. The result was a sprawling, confusing, and at times maddening maze of over 160 rooms. Inside, visitors will find staircases that lead to ceilings, doors that open into brick walls or steep drops, and windows that peer into other rooms instead of outside. There are secret passageways, trapdoors, and rooms within rooms. Some believe these design choices were intended to confuse and trap the spirits that haunted Sarah. Others think they were part of the rituals she used to communicate with them. The number 13, long considered unlucky, appears frequently throughout the house. Chandeliers contain 13 candles. Staircases have 13 steps. Even the drain covers have 13 holes. It was as if Sarah was leaving breadcrumbs of superstition in her architectural tapestry. She would often sleep in a different bedroom each night, believing it would make her harder for the spirits to find. She held nightly seances in a special blue room, where she would use a planchette and candles to communicate with the dead and receive their instructions for the next day's construction. Echoes in the hallways, the hauntings begin. For decades, rumors of paranormal activity have swirled around the Winchester Mystery House. Workers, visitors, and paranormal investigators alike have reported a chilling array of ghostly phenomena. Some claim to see shadowy figures drifting through hallways or disappearing around corners. Others hear footsteps in empty corridors, whispers in the dead of night, or the sound of hammers striking nails long after construction ceased. One commonly reported spirit is that of a man in workman's overalls, often seen pushing a wheelbarrow or repairing fireplaces. Some say this is the ghost of a loyal carpenter who never left his post. Others believe he is one of the many souls Sarah attempted to placate with her endless construction. Cold spots plague certain rooms, especially the infamous séance room. Cameras malfunction, batteries drain unexpectedly, and objects seem to move on their own. Visitors have claimed to feel invisible hands brushing against their skin or tugging at their clothes. One terrified guest swore she saw Sarah herself dressed in black, silently staring from an upstairs window. Even skeptics admit the house exudes a heavy, eerie presence. The disorienting layout, combined with the silence that hangs in the air like a shroud, creates an overwhelming sense of unease. It is as if the house itself is alive, watching, waiting. The architecture of madness and mystery. Beyond the hauntings, the house is an architectural puzzle. With over 10,000 windows, 2,000 doors, 160 rooms, 47 staircases, 17 chimneys, 6 kitchens, and 13 bathrooms. The house defies logic. Yet every inch was meticulously crafted with high-quality materials and intricate details. There is beauty within the madness. Stained glass windows from Tiffany & Co., hand-carved woodwork, and luxurious imported wallpaper. But these elements contrast sharply with the inexplicable dead ends and senseless loops. It is a house caught between two worlds, elegance and chaos, wealth and madness. Some theorists believe Sarah suffered from a mental illness, perhaps obsessive-compulsive disorder or schizophrenia. Others think she was simply a deeply spiritual woman, desperate to find peace. The truth may lie somewhere in between. Modern-day encounters and paranormal investigations. Today, the Winchester Mystery House is a popular tourist attraction and a magnet for ghost hunters. Television shows like Ghost Adventures and Most Haunted have investigated the property, capturing eerie audio recordings, unexplained temperature changes, and unsettling visual phenomena. Tour guides share their own spine-chilling experiences. One recalls hearing a child's laughter echoing through the ballroom when no one else was around. Another saw a doorknob slowly turn by itself. Guests frequently report being overcome by dizziness or sudden sadness, as if the house is drawing out their energy. Despite extensive studies, no one has fully explained the phenomena. Is it residual energy trapped by trauma? Are spirits truly walking the halls? Or is the house itself a kind of spiritual beacon, drawing restless souls to its labyrinthine heart? A mansion of mourning and mystery. Sarah Winchester passed away in her sleep in 1922, leaving behind the greatest architectural enigma in American history. Construction halted the day she died. The house, once alive with the sounds of hammering and sawing, fell silent. But the spirits, if they ever truly left, may still linger. The Winchester Mystery House remains a powerful symbol of the intersection between grief, guilt, and the supernatural. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, walking through its endless corridors is an unsettling experience, one that raises more questions than answers. Why did Sarah build the way she did? Did she truly hear the voices of the dead? Was she mad or merely mourning? The answers lie buried within the walls of that sprawling, haunted mansion. And perhaps late at night, if you listen closely, you might hear the whispers that once guided a grieving widow to build a home for the dead. Dare you enter the Winchester Mystery House? Just remember, once inside, not even the spirits can guarantee your way out.